I wasn't planning on making this video. I didn't even have any idea that I would end up recording today. I woke up early and I started reading a book titled Win Bigly by Scott Adams. And it's a book on persuasion and it uses accounts from Donald Trump. So I started reading it this morning and it was a little bit interesting, but I wasn't, it's politics, President Trump, and I don't really give a shit about that. I'm not a politician. And then it just kind of hit me and I had to stop and I thought, wait, hang on. Like, oh shit. I think I have a way bigger level of influence than I realized.
I'm not your role model. I'm not your friend. I don't know you. Don't try to be like me. This is entertainment. A mic and a camera, go. You're sitting here and watching to be entertained. I don't need to put on a perfect image. Influence, fuck the influencer. Fuck that. This is entertainment, bro. You can either watch it or you don't watch it. I'm not responsible for how people perceive the stuff I'm saying. I'm not a politician. I'm not your father. I'm not a teacher. I'm here to talk. I'm here to entertain you.
So there's been a little bit of YouTube beef, a little bit of drama, and no, my channel isn't going to turn into drama alert, but I do want to talk about this because it does relate to my channel. And the reason why is because the two YouTubers that are beefing with each other are two YouTubers that I have discussed previously on this channel. If you don't know who I'm talking about Hamza and SNEAKO. I've both made separate videos on this channel. One with SNEAKO in the title, one with Hamza in the title. And that's saying something. The fact that I've only got this is like the 15th video that's going to be out on the channel. So both these guys have had a big influence on me and my content creation, and I've learned a lot from them. Now, I don't really want to talk about the beef, because I mean, every other small YouTube channel has done that shit already to try and capitalize on the drama and gain some clout. I want to come from a slightly different angle. Not that I'm not doing this for the clout, like guilty as charged, I am. First of all, I should probably explain just briefly who they are if you don't know. So Hamza is a self-improvement YouTuber. He makes self-improvement content. Basically, he talks through and explains his principles and his methods of self-improvement. SNEAKO, on the other hand, is a social commentary channel. He does street interviews, he makes video essays, and lately he's been live streaming on his second channel. Now, what's fascinating about SNEAKO and Hamza is that they're like a Venn diagram. So you've got SNEAKO on one side, you've got Hamza on the other, and then there's this section in the middle where they overlap, where you have people that both watch SNEAKO's content and Hamza's content, and I fit into that section of people. To put it simply, Hamza views himself as a leader and SNEAKO views himself as an entertainer. Hamza calls himself a cult leader. It's on his Instagram bio and he openly talks about it in his YouTube videos. I think it started off as a joke, but now he seems to have embraced this and has stated that his purpose is to be the leader of the self-improvement movement. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be a role model for millions of young men to look up to and emulate. SNEAKO doesn't believe that people should follow any ideology. He doesn't want to be a part of any movement. He doesn't want any affiliation to any group or ideology or way of thinking about the world. He wants to be as much of an individual as possible, and he believes that the only true way to do that is to not attach yourself to anything. There was one live stream where SNEAKO was talking about some juicy topics, the types of things that can get you banned on YouTube. He went on to go in on people, calling people bots and NPCs, saying how it's very easy nowadays to categorize people because everybody sees things through a filter. If a bitch is in the crystals, you already know what her stance on every political talking point is. If a guy's into self-improvement, he thinks that being a real man is waking up at 5 a.m., having a cold shower, and chewing gum the right way for that alpha male jawline. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everyone needs a thing. And so people attach themselves to ideologies and groups to make them feel good about themselves and feel content. But the downfall with this is it often leads to a lack of critical thinking and individual thought. You just end up saying the same thing as everyone else that's a part of that thing. SNEAKO was making fun of Hamza and self-improvement for this very reason. The message is very repetitive. Every self-improvement YouTuber says the same thing. SNEAKO was criticizing and making fun of fans that idolize Hamza, basically saying that they've gone too far down the self-improvement rabbit hole and need to just take a step out of that world. Ayo! Hamza truly believes in the message that he is pushing. And you can't blame him because his principles of self-improvement have helped him and changed his life for the better, and have also helped lots of other young men. But SNEAKO fundamentally disagrees with Hamza's messaging. Hamza calls his process of self-improvement the Jeffrey to Adonis transformation. Basically, Jeffrey is the beta male that isn't on any of the self-improvement habits, and Adonis is the alpha male that has been doing all the self-improvement habits. Instead of trying to become Adonis, which is Hamza's view of the perfect man, just be yourself. That's essentially what SNEAKO was trying to get across. Just because you're not doing all the self-improvement habits that Hamza is doing doesn't make you any less of a man or that you have no purpose. This highlights the problem with groupthink. People believe that their way of viewing the world is the only way to view the world. It gives me the same type of energy as crazy liberals that will call you a bigot if you don't 100% agree with their way of viewing the world. If you don't agree with our cult, then you're a Jeffrey. It's just a very narrow-minded and cringy way to categorize people that don't think like you. This is a debate between two modern-day philosophers, I guess you could call them. Both have a great influence over people. I want to end it with clips that I've taken from both their channels. It sort of just builds up a picture in the differences of both their beliefs about the world.
I think it's reasonably unreasonable to think that a year from now, I might actually have like such a huge, significant influence over tens of millions of men to the point that it's comparable to things like the UK Prime Minister, to the same level of influence over millions of people. Am I doing a good job?
My belief is that you should not attach yourself to anything. Your thinking should not be manipulated or controlled or should not be influenced by anyone but you. All your beliefs, all your ideas should come from here.
So I wrote this down. I'm going to stick this up on my wall. You're literally influencing millions of men, and there's a space underneath it for something. And I can't figure out what to write there. You're literally influencing millions of men. Do the right thing. Make them strong. Like, I need to clarify what that vision is. Like, what are we influencing this generation for?
If you attach yourself to any ideology, it's part of a filter. The first step is seeing the filter, is acknowledging that your point of view of the world is someone else projecting it. That's the bigger picture.
SNEAKO just wants to come on and entertain. He doesn't feel the responsibility for people to act or think in a certain way. But then Hamza's created an ideology for people to follow that he truly believes is going to make a difference and change people for the better. I thought I had escaped the filter. I was listening to SNEAKO stream and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, like escape the filter. All these people are stupid, being NPCs, they're such sheep. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those people. And then this whole debate, this whole beef between the two has made me realize that, oh, I've been part of a filter this whole time. Like, there was a period in my life where I was consuming so much Hamza content and I was really idolizing him and looking up to him. And I did kind of believe everything that he said at one point. I didn't really have any real criticisms or disagreements with anything he said. And that was wrong, that was bad. I wasn't really being as much of an individual as I thought I was. And now looking back on that, I can say self-improvement is something that I'm still doing to this day. I'm still incorporating a lot of Hamza's habits into my life, things such as meditation and working out. But in terms of religiously following Hamza, I'm glad I can say I'm done with that period of my life. I don't want to follow anyone's self-improvement guide. I don't want to try to be like Adonis. I don't want to try to be like Hamza or anyone else. I think true self-improvement comes from finding who you really are and becoming as much of an individual as possible. And I think that's where SNEAKO is right. But let me know what you think. I think it's a fascinating philosophical debate, like I've said. That's everything. Yeah, fucking end this shit, I guess.